WBNE.
Perspective Z, your favorite generational podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Katrina.
And I definitely said generational correctly there. I definitely didn't stutter on it or anything.
Yeah,
Boy,
for sure.
howdy.
For sure.
Yeah. How you been?
College, man.
Yeah.
I have been experiencing that. Also, another fun experience that comes with college is people constantly yelling in the courtyard that everybody's windows open up to. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
My window is open right now, too, but that's because I had to turn my fans off so they're not too loud when we record.
Yeah.
But that means, like, I have no airflow in my room, so the window is staying open.
Yeah. But my roommate isn't here this weekend because she was going back to visit her family and like get some stuff before it starts to get like super cold and stuff. And so I had this whole room to myself and I was like, I don't really know what's going on right now. And then I was watching a TV show with a friend and then I like just hear a lot of screaming, and at this point it was probably like 10 or 11 at night, and it was like a Friday night in college, so like kind of makes sense, but I just hear like all this yelling and stuff, and my window was open because I have a window fan there, and so that's how it works. And I just like go over to the window and there's this group of like 10 frat boys just like standing in the courtyard screaming, and I'm like,
as you do.
Very cool. So I took the window fan out of my window and shut the window so I wouldn't have to deal with them anymore.
Wise choice.
But yeah, this past couple weeks has just been busy, but also not busy at all, but also like tiring, but also not tiring at all. It's kind of like a weird in-between where I don't know what's going on and I don't think anyone else does either.
Felt that.
How has your 2 weeks been?
Very busy. There's just been a lot of change and fluctuation and, like, things that I knew were going to happen but actually happened over the past week even. Like, last week was not bad. Or 2 weeks ago was not bad. It was a normal week. This past week, it's always been a doozy.
Yeah.
Because, like, my sister had her baby a month early.
Oh.
She's fine. She's healthy. Her name is Finley.
Oh.
There will be no NICU stay this time. They're actually already home from the hospital. They came home yesterday as of recording, so Friday. She was born on the 14th. My brother was born, or his birthday is September 16th, and my sister's birthday is September 18th. But my sister is 2 years older than my brother, so my brother came home from the hospital on my sister's second birthday. And Finley came home from the hospital on my brother's birthday, which I just think is really funny. And, like, a little bit ironic and a little bit of poetic justice. Not that, obviously, it wasn't his fault he came home on my sister's birthday. But it's always been the family joke of, like, oh, Jessie was so mad that you came home on her birthday. Because she was 2. So now it's like, oh, Finley came home on your birthday. And that was just one of the many things that happened this week. So, you know, Wednesday, I went to work and I was feeling fine. I came home from work and I became a sim. I all of a sudden started to organize my closet, and then my energy just dropped completely and I passed out on the floor. Not like passed out, but I fell asleep on the floor because I got to the blankets. So,
fair
I got
enough.
to the blankets. You know.
Yeah, as you do.
And then I was folding blankets and I was like, oh, these are soft. And then I fell asleep for a good 30 minutes. And then I woke up and my stomach didn't feel right. But that's not uncommon for me because I have a sensitive stomach, and I don't know if I talk about that much on here, but, like, people in my, like, in-person life know it.
Yeah.
Like, I have diagnosed stomach issues. It's a whole thing. But I was like, that's weird. It must just be my stomach issues. So I went and took some of my medication, and I was like, I'm just gonna chug some water. And that didn't help, and I was like, well, sometimes it helps if I take a shower, because it just kind of, like, refreshes, you know? This still didn't help. In fact, I ended up sitting down in the shower, turning the water off, and sitting there for a while. I had half a leg shaved. And then I got out of the shower and promptly got sick.
Oh.
And then I got sick again at, like, midnight Wednesday night and, like, 3 a.m. Thursday morning. So I have not been to work since Wednesday. I have technically a 4-day weekend, but Thursday I didn't do anything. I literally slept all day. And then Friday, all I had eaten Thursday was half a packet of saltines, or like half a sleeve, so like a full sleeve, but only half of that.
Oh yeah.
But like of the normal size sleeves, not like someone went to a restaurant and got the 3 little saltines in the individual wrapper. You know, like that comes with your soup at Panera. It was like a box of saltines that had the 4 sleeves in it. I ate half of one of those, and I had like a Sprite. That's all I'd eaten Thursday. So Friday I was very, very, very dizzy.
Yeah, understandable.
Like, super dizzy. So I didn't go into work Friday either, because I was like, if I cannot confidently walk from my bedroom to the kitchen, which is not that far, it is not safe for me to go take care of and hold infants all day. Like, that's just not a move.
Yeah.
And my boss was like, we could really use you if you could come in. I'm like, I haven't eaten in 2 days. So no. That's not gonna happen. Maybe not. She didn't really like that answer, but she understood.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then I lost a bet, so I have to wear a shirt for a team I do not like the rest of the football season on game days.
Oh.
Because I overestimated my mini golf skills.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I was feeling better Friday night, so I went and played mini golf with a friend. And it was the friend I made the bet with. But I am blaming it on being sick Wednesday, Thursday, and part of Friday. Because we went Friday night, and I was feeling a lot better. But my stomach was still a little off. And it's still off, honestly. Like, I think I need to go get a probiotic or something.
Yeah.
But I'm just blaming it on that. That's the only reason I lost.
For sure.
So anyway, I have to wear an ugly shirt for the rest of the season.
So sad.
Isn't it?
On that topic, though, what's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is not being sick, I think. Is that what I put? Yes, that is what I put. Lovely. I was not looking at the document. Because I had not thrown up in so long that I forgot just how miserable it is. Like, it has been a good 2 years, I feel like, since I last got, like, sick. Don't miss it. Nope. I literally, it was the first time because I got sick a couple months ago with strep, but that, you know it's strep, you go to the doctor, you take your antibiotics, you drink your water.
Yeah.
I called our friend Jordan, or I texted her and I said, Jordan, what do I do when I get sick and my mommy's not here? Because I'm in my apartment all by myself. So she called me and she was like, okay, go get this, go do this, go wash your hands, because they're probably really gross right now, and go do this. And I was like, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, because I was a big ol' mess.
I feel that, because before I moved into my dorm, like, I don't remember, I think it was one of my grandparents that gave me, like, this first aid kit, kind of, with, like, a bunch of different medicines and stuff, and they, like, went through it with me, and they're like, this you take when when you're feeling like this is when you have this is when you have this, and, like, sure, half of it might have gone out the window after they said it, but
however,
it was still nice.
Yeah. And it's like, I normally know how to take care of myself, and I'm the person people call when they have questions about that kind of thing. But I was just I was like, I don't know what to do. I just don't feel good. I just feel icky.
Yeah.
I have since showered. That was Wednesday. I've showered like 6 times in 3 days, because I was like, including the shower that I laid down in.
Yeah.
And then I showered the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I showered that afternoon. And then I showered Friday morning. I guess I didn't shower Friday. I haven't showered yet in the past 24 hours, but I am showering after we record, so.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of just clean. I want to feel clean.
I mean, understandable.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing this week?
My favorite thing this week is making playlists, because one thing that I've noticed, like, kind of calms me down a lot is, like, when I'm, like, not necessarily, like, wallowing in a specific feeling, but, like, when you're so, like, deeply immersed in a feeling that you don't feel that often, a lot of times I'll just, like, I'll go to Spotify and find a song that, like, fits my mood perfectly, and then try and find other songs to fit that mood, so that, like, when I'm not feeling that, I can go back to that playlist and be like, oh, that's what that feels like. So, a lot of times I do it for a lot of different emotions, and most of them are just, like, privated, but I just, like, it's very calming, and it helps me, like, understand how I'm feeling a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it's fun because I've also been trying to, like, branch out to new music through that, and, like, trying to find songs that fit the moods that I don't necessarily know yet, and then I'm like, wait, this fits my playlist perfectly, I'm gonna put this right here.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. I recommend it if you are a person that finds calmness through music. But yeah, I've been doing that a lot this week, so.
Yeah. Okay, this is not related, but
Yeah.
I think I might actually start playing Sims again, because I didn't play it while I was sick, but the entire time I was sick, I was like, I want to play Stardew. I want to play Sims. And I was like, no, thinking of sitting and staring at that screen and the moving, like, the mechanics, it's gonna make me sick. But I was like, that was all I wanted to do. And I just watched Kelsey's Octomom challenge, and I feel like I would have a lot of fun with that, because it's chaos, and I love the chaos of that kind of challenge. Like, the reason I like 100 Baby Challenge is because it's so chaotic that it's like, it keeps me engaged. So I feel like I would enjoy that, but I also don't know how to cheat. And you have to cheat to have Octo.
Yeah.
So, or Octotods, or whatever she called it. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I haven't watched the video yet. I saw that it pop up in my recommended before we started recording, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch that later. But yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I really need to figure out how to cheat, because I feel like that would greatly enhance my gameplay.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, I see all these mods and stuff, I'm like, that looks like fun, I don't know how to do it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah. Also,
I tried the Decade Challenge, didn't like it.
Oh, yeah. I feel like a lot of those where it's like, you have certain, like, objectives for certain, like, generations, it gets kind of monotonous, and it's not as chaotic. Like, 100 Baby Challenge...
And there were so many rules, I could not keep up.
Yeah.
I like, literally, I was flipping back to the rules every 30 seconds. I was like, whatever, this is dumb.
Yeah, because, like, the 100 Baby Challenge, it's pretty self-explanatory, and then once you get into it, you're, like, into it. But, like, for anything that has, like, a set of rules, or, like, what you're supposed to be doing for each generation, it kind of feels, like, monotonous, and you're like, I'm doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. You want to race the 100 Baby Challenge? Who can have 100 children faster?
Considering I haven't finished either of my attempts, I think you would probably win.
Probably, because that's... Oh, man, I love the 100 Baby Challenge. I've done it once. I have been considering doing it again, though.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is, like, I don't like making Sims. Like, not like I don't like having to go find other Sims to make with to make a Sim, but, like, I don't like create a Sim and building my matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I don't want it to be me, but also I a little bit just want it to be me.
Yeah.
So I get conflicted, and I don't know, I just get so weirded out about it. Or I'm like, well, I wouldn't do that, and I'm like, well, but it's not me, so...
But, like, part of you's like, but what if it
But
was?
yeah, but it is me. I'm the one playing, so I want it to be my. But then I'm like, no, I should stretch myself. And then I'm like, no, it's a video game. I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I don't know. I go very back and forth on that, which I think is a very random thing to go back and forth on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. Katrina, what's your favorite song this week?
Wait, one thing that I wanted to say before we move on. While we're on the topic of Sims, this, like, popped into my head. But, like, you know how, like, that one achievement where it's like, have a sim not socialize for 24 hours? That one? That you it pops up and you're like, oh, I guess it has been a day, hasn't it? I had that happen to me IRL today because, like, since my roommate's not here, I haven't, like, properly interacted with someone in, like, probably a day, besides, like, calling people and recording right now, obviously. But, like, face-to-face interacted with a person. Like, I was sitting in the dining hall, like, eating my dinner before we recorded, and I was like, it felt like the little notification popped up that just said, this sim has not interacted with anyone socially in 24 hours, and I was like, huh.
I need to be called out with that. Like that. Let's not.
Anyways, I just thought that was funny. We can move on.
Yeah, that's kind of hilarious. Speaking of dining,
yeah.
what's your favorite song this week?
My favorite song this week is From the Dining Table by Harry Styles because this was one of the songs that here's the thing with the making playlist thing, like, I'll find 2 songs that have, like, a similar vibe, and then I'll just put them in a playlist and just leave them there and forget that I have them there.
Okay.
And, like, it's 2 songs that I'll just be, like, driving, and I'm like, wait, this song reminds me of this song. And even if it, like, doesn't necessarily fit the exact vibe, I'm like, I just had a breakthrough, I'm gonna make a whole playlist surrounding this. And so I, like, put the 2 songs in a playlist, and last night, I think, I was going through, like, a bunch of those, like, mini ones that I had recreated that were just, like, 2 songs, and I found this one on it, and I was like, I haven't listened to this song in so long, and I kind of just, like, sat there replaying it. I'm like, this song is so good.
Nice.
What is your favorite song this week?
Say it with me. Wow, it's a country song. It's Worship You by Kane Brown, which is just, you probably haven't heard it because, again, it's a country song, but it is so good. It's, it's like a love song. I don't know. I think it's weird calling country songs love songs.
Yeah.
Because they're country songs. But it's like a love song, and it's so good. It's just, one of the lines is, I'm a God-fearing Christian man, but if you were a religion, then small beep, but it plays on a radio. I might have to worship you. Or if you were a religion, then beep, I might have to worship you.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so good. Oh, so good. It just gets me in the feels.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, it's so cute. I really love that song. I've made a playlist called There's an 80% Chance I Will Sing Along. And that is where that type of song
I've
goes.
seen you
it's
listening to that a lot.
It's literally, it's what I listen to when I'm driving a lot of the times now. It's what I listen to if I just, like, throw on music to go jump in the shower. Because it's songs that I've heard on the radio or something, and I'm like, I just want to play this song on repeat. But I can't play it on repeat because then I'll get annoyed by it, so I put it with other songs that I want to play on repeat, and then I'm not skipping through my songs all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pretty good playlist. Granted, it is, like, 70% country, and then randomly a pop song will come on, and whoever I'm in the cars with is like, wait, you listen to not country? I'm like, I know, it shocks everyone, but it does happen.
No way.
It's a shocker, I know. Yeah, so that's my favorite song this week.
Nice.
Speaking of songs and music, what's trending on Twitter? The good old Twitterverse.
The Twitter trending, the Twitter moment that I saw trending that I thought we could talk about was titled, the Twitter moment I saw was what Taylor Swift releasing Wildest Dreams Taylor's version means. So, in case you didn't see this.
What do you mean? When you
In
nod
case-
your head, or when you want to say no, but you nod your head yes. I don't know, Justin Bieber. Yes, continue. Taylor, dear Taylor.
Yeah, in case you didn't see this, basically, well, to start off, there's been a, like, TikTok trend that's been a lot of people just, like, doing a Zoom transition to Wildest Dreams, and then...
I've seen it, yes.
Yeah, and then randomly, it was yesterday, right?
Yes,
I think it was yesterday.
That sounds
But,
correct.
Taylor just posted a video on TikTok and was like, oh, I saw you guys were doing a trend to Wildest Dreams, so here's the new version that you can use that, like, I actually own. And, like, for those of you that are following Taylor with her Taylor's version things, she was supposed to, like, her album Red was supposed to be the next one that she released, but, she just randomly dropped Wildest Dreams, which is on 1989, and not Red. And so a lot of people were very confused.
Makes that TikTok I saw makes so much more sense.
Which TikTok was it?
I'm pulling it up, so if you just heard TikTok pop up in the background, no you didn't. Did I like it? No, probably not, because I didn't understand it, but it was something about, like, Taylor Swift when she sees Red, and, like, it was the meme of the guy turning on the girl for the other girl.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, like, a TikTok reenactment of it, and I was like, huh? What does that mean?
Yeah, but that's basically... Everybody was like, oh, yeah, because she set a date for when she's releasing Red, Taylor's version, which is supposed to be, I think, November, possibly? Yeah, it was supposed to be November, but then she just randomly dropped Wildest Dreams, and everybody was like, wait a second, I'm so confused. But, yeah, this whole situation, it's very funny, because I'm not, like, I wouldn't necessarily call myself a Swiftie, or, like, I don't follow her that closely.
Right.
But, like, it's funny seeing everyone's
you know what's
reactions.
happening in the
Yeah.
Taylorverse.
Yeah. So it was interesting seeing everyone's reactions, because I saw Taylor's TikTok pop up on my For You page, and I was like, oh, huh, that's interesting. And then, like, after I liked it, that was all my For You page was like, wait, she released this instead of this? What's going on? And it's like, it's so funny.
Speaking of TikTok, did you end up on Berries and Cream TikTok?
Yes, I did.
Because I did too, and I don't know how. And I heard, like, one joke about it, and then all of a sudden, I had 4 TikToks on my For You page in a row that were like, Berries and Cream, Berries and Cream. How do I get off Berries and Cream? Berries and Cream. I was like, what the heck? What the heck? What the heck? It was so weird. Like, I had none, and then I had, like, 4 or 5 in a row, and I was like, I'm tripping.
It's so funny happened. To me. Because, like, that's what happens on TikTok for me usually, is, like, I will see one video that kind of half mentions a trend, and then it just, like, it's all my For You pages for the next, like, 10 videos. It's also really...
I haven't seen any since. I saw
really?
those 5, and that's been it. And now I just see memes about them, and I'm very confused. I feel like an old person. I'm so confused on the trends.
Also, it's really funny to be having a roommate, because, like, literally, obviously, we're sharing the same space, and, like, I'll just hear her watching TikToks, and I'll hear a certain audio, and I'm like, wait, you're on that side of TikTok?
I love that for you.
So, like, that's what happened with Berries and Cream TikTok. I heard, like, one of the remixes that someone made of a song with Berries and Cream. And
I feel like they're all remixes at this point. It's so,
this point.
I just don't get it.
I have no idea what's going on, but it's so funny to me, because I heard one of the remixes coming from her phone, and I thought it was just, like, the normal song, and then I just hear the Berries and Cream, and I'm like, wait a second. You got that too.
I'm genuinely so confused. It's like the weirdest. It came out of nowhere. I understand why I'm on cow and duck TikTok. I don't understand why I'm on Berries and Cream TikTok. Like, I have my senior year English teacher
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow, was that senior year? Wow, that was a really long time ago.
Hmm?
Sorry, it feels like even longer ago because I didn't see her for the last half of my senior year. Anyway, her quarantine project was getting geese and ducks because the startup to it is really time intensive, and she always had AP tests, so she couldn't do it. Well, with everything getting screwed up with AP tests in 2020, she finally had the time to do it, so now she just posts TikToks of her ducks and geese.
Oh.
And I somehow ended up on baby cow TikTok because someone sent me one, and then I just, like, fell down a rabbit hole. So, like, I understand both of those.
Yeah.
I don't understand berries and cream TikTok. Ooh. And I oop. And I oop.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Okay, you know what other TikTok trend? I know we're getting way off topic, but I really don't care.
Yeah.
What other TikTok trend I am furious with right now
What?
is the one where you go in and steal stuff from your school. That one needs to
the
stop.
devious lick one.
Yeah, I don't get it.
There have been, like, there was one specific audio where, like, the principal or something got
Was
over the
screaming over the loudspeaker
Over
and was
the
like, we do not
loudspeaker
have
was
the
like-
infrastructure to call all of your parents.
Yeah, it's
It's
I
awful,
wasn't on that
especially
side of
because
TikTok.
They
and
started stealing from individual classrooms, too, and those are not government funded.
yeah.
Most of the time, those are, like, teachers putting their own salary back into their classroom.
Yeah.
And that's what makes me mad. That and, like, why are you breaking soap dispensers and stealing urinals? I don't get it.
Yeah, it was, you know that phenomenon where it's like, someone mentions something to you and you
Yep.
never saw it before, but then after they mention it, like,
It's everywhere.
it's everywhere. Like, I hadn't seen any TikToks that were, like, devious licks or something, and then one of my friends brought it up to me and was like, oh yeah, did you see this one video? And I was like, no, I didn't. And then, like, ever since then, I've just seen them
It's been
everywhere.
everywhere.
And I'm like, oh,
Well,
okay.
my thing is, like, you're posting a video of it, you dummies. Do you really think you're not gonna get caught? Like, how do you think this works?
Yeah.
You are recording yourself theft, performing acts of theft. That's probably what I wanted to say there. Like, vandalism, you idiots. Maybe not. Maybe not. Dummies. Dumbos. I want to say stronger words, but I am not allowed to on this podcast because I want to use very strong words. I just don't get it. It's so stupid to me.
Yeah.
Also, like, apparently, I just found out about it, but apparently it's been going on for, like, a couple weeks.
Yeah, I heard about it probably 3 or 4 days ago, maybe.
Well,
But-
so I haven't actually seen any videos of the Devious Licks TikToks.
Mhm.
I have seen the teachers' TikToks, because I'm on a lot of teacher TikTok, or, like, teacher talks.
Yeah.
I've seen the teachers being like, please stop stealing the urinals. Please stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. But I haven't actually seen the videos of the kids stealing urinals. I just, so many questions. So many.
Yeah.
And
But also...
I was watching one, and it was like, can't they go back to eating Tide Pods? And I was like, no, but also a little bit, please. Just maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny to me because I have so many questions, but also I don't want to know any of the answers.
Right. It's one of those things that I'm just like, I don't get it. I didn't get the Tide Pod thing. I don't get this. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not understanding those two things in life. It's okay. I'm okay with drawing my line there.
Yeah.
We've all got to have our line somewhere, I guess. Yeah, it's just the weirdest thing to me. Why? What are you gonna do with your urinal? You gonna hang it up in your house? Like, you need plumbing for it to work. Are you gonna connect it to your plumbing? Probably not, because then you'll have to explain to your parents why you have a urinal.
Yeah.
And I'm so confused, Katrina. I just don't get it. And maybe that's me being an old, out of touch Gen Zer. Maybe we're the old people now. We don't get the cool Gen Alpha trends. God, that's kind of weird that we are, like, we're the age that millennials were when we started doing stupid things and millennials were still getting blamed for it. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I know
like
what you're saying.
When people didn't know what Gen Z was yet, or like didn't know what our name was, and they were like, those millennials, and millennials
Those
like,
quirky
no.
millennials, and it's like, actually, no.
Yeah, now it's Gen Alpha, except it's not, because the kids in high school are Gen Z, unfortunately. But they were the Gen Z that were eating Tide Pods, and we are not the Gen Z that ate Tide Pods. I never ate a Tide Pod. I do love when I get commercials now on YouTube, though. They've just recently come back of, like, this is our child-proof Tide Pod container. Please do not eat them.
That's so wild to me.
How long ago was that trend?
I have no idea. Let me check.
Because genuinely, it feels like it could be yesterday, and it feels like it could be a decade ago. I know it hasn't been a decade. It's probably been like 3 years, 4 years. 5?
No,
it wasn't a thing in 4 years.
It was
5.
January 2018.
Okay. So I was right, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think...
Wait, there's a Wikipedia article.
Oh, gosh.
It's consumption of Tide Pods.
Okay, so January of 2018, I would have been in my sophomore year, which makes sense because we talked about it in my I remember talking about it in my chemistry class, and I was in chemistry then.
Yeah, so...
with Mr. Goldsmith. What a guy.
So, it says, the Tods have been sold since 2012. In late December 2017, Tide Pods became the center of an internet meme, which involves the dare to intentionally consume the pods. The meme became especially popular with teenagers, and since then there has been a sharp increase in poisoning incidents. Responding to the number of incidents, Google and Facebook started removing videos that featured the challenge, and Procter & Gamble aired numerous advertisements urging people to avoid eating the pods.
I never ate a Tide Pod, I never understood the urge, and I'm very okay with that. Again, that is a trend I am okay I missed.
Wait, remember when the big meme was that they did surgery on a grape?
Yes. Except they did it, like, in 2008.
Yeah.
I vented about this because it was, like, a big thing, but it wasn't, because it had been done a really long time ago.
Yeah, it had been done, like, 7 years ago at the point. I remember us talking about it on the podcast.
We still had the podcast. We had started the podcast, not we still had it.
Yeah, because it got big in 2018, and then the video was from, like, 2010 or 2011 or something.
Yeah, and I went off because I very distinctly remember ranting about this.
I remember this. I could probably find several Twitter interactions between us and Ethan Edgeholt.
Oh my gosh.
Let me try and find them. Hang on.
Please do. Just... This week's episode title, they did surgery on a Tide Pod. Because, I mean, that's, gosh. I think our theme right now of episodes is just time is progressing and changing, and that's weird. And it's okay, but it's weird. I don't know, I phrased it better last week. 2 weeks ago, your mom tweeted it at me. Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. So that's what's trending on Twitter. Do you have any questions for me?
I do.
Go on.
My question for you this week is, if you were a sim...
Did they do surgery on a grape?
No. If you were a sim, which emotion this week would you have felt the most?
I mean, like, the food poisoning one, because I think I had food poisoning or something.
So uncomfortable?
But, yeah, uncomfortable. Or... I don't know, there's not really an overwhelmed one, so I guess just uncomfortable.
I mean, there's tense.
Tense. I've been tense. I think that fits. What about you?
I was trying to think of that, because... I was thinking of the whole, like, sim experience I had in the dining hall, where it was, like, no socialization, but, like, I don't know.
I think it's funny that we both had sim experiences this week.
Yeah, I think that's really funny. Mine would probably be, mine's just the one that happens when they don't have any moodlets, so it's just the fine.
I'm fine. It's
Or,
fine.
I'm trying to think of all of them. Sims for emotions.
I do not. I love that it's like, what are my emotions? Let me Google what emotions there are.
Probably the asleep one, yes.
Love that for you.
I would say probably either fine or tense, probably, because homework is a thing that I forgot existed.
Okay, my question for you this week.
Yes.
This is going off our earlier conversation, and yes, it's definitely where I got this question, but what is a trend you miss?
Ooh.
Like, we don't miss Tide Pods. Not gonna miss people stealing sinks or breaking soap dispensers. But the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was really cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other, like...
Fedoras don't need to come back. That wasn't a challenge, it was just a trend, but they don't need to come back. It's okay. Those can live in the past. Speaking as someone who owned, like, 4 sequined fedoras from Justice.
Mm-hmm.
That was, like, the only thing I owned from Justice was sequined fedoras.
Oh my god. I just looked up, like, old internet trends. And
The Fred. Annoying orange.
Oh my... Wow.
I don't know why I said the Fred, but Fred.
The bottle flip challenge was in 2016.
Yep. Freshman year of high school.
That was 5 years ago.
Almost 6. Let that sink in.
I
was a freshman in high school.
Also, there was the
ago.
whole, like, the mannequin challenge.
Oh, yeah, and, there was it Gangnam Style that you were really calm in the beginning in normal clothes and then everyone, like, dressed in crazy outfits?
It was either that or the Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake, that's what I'm thinking of. That was, like, 4th or 5th grade for me.
Yeah, that was 2013.
We did that in my gifted class graduation. 2013, yeah, so that would have been 5th grade. Dang, we're getting old.
That is wild to me.
It's a satire there, folks. You don't have to come at me for that. I know we're not old. It's just weird that time is progressing, and I'm not okay with it.
And then there's the ones that are like the dress and Laurel versus Yanni.
I'm pretty sure I always heard Laurel.
I've heard both. I've heard it both ways. Sorry.
Psych reference there.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate that I at least got it, though?
Yeah, I'm glad that I wasn't just sitting here dying laughing, and you're just like, okay, cool.
No, I knew exactly. I understood that reference.
And I understood that reference.
Man, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
Life is weird. Life is chaotic. Everything is always changing. I know I've said that a lot. I've said that a lot lately.
We say that
a lot this
like
episode,
every week on the
like,
podcast.
Oh, it's just uncomfortable to comprehend. Last weekend I saw my childhood best friend, and it was like, oh wow, you are a totally different person now. Like, I still love her to death. I still consider her one of my closest friends. But it's like, seeing her in person after I haven't seen her in person in almost 2 years now. Or I guess it was a year and a half. It was like, oh my gosh. You are a whole new, like, you are a person that is different than the person I grew up with, which I would hope so.
Yeah.
But also, it was just so weird. There were some things, because I haven't seen her in so long, I was like, hey, this thing, is this still a thing for you? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, good. It was kind of funny, because it was me, her, and her girlfriend,
mm-hmm.
and we were hanging out, and her girlfriend would be like, yeah, she's terrified of spiders. I'm like, yeah, I know. That hasn't changed. That's been a thing.
We've been new.
We Ben knew, or her girlfriend was like, yeah, she's so directionally challenged. You could give her the Google Maps reading you out exactly step by step and she would mess it up. I'm like, oh, I know. She got me lost in the woods for 4 hours when we were following a simple trail. We ended up lost. We came out a completely different side of town we had never seen before. Like, I promise, I know. It was very funny to me. Just what has changed and what hasn't in people. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you know what hasn't changed? Actually, it has. My love of podcasts.
No way.
Yeah. Can I say I'm the best podcast listener? No, but I've started listening to them again, and you know which one always reels me in?
Which one?
Late to the Party at WBNE, Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Your dungeon master is Jordan Balky on there. They just started season 2 a month ago? 2 months ago? How long has it been? Recently enough that they're in single digits of season 2. That's as specific as I can get. They're on episode 7 of season 2. So.
Gotcha.
That. Yes. Take it away.
Welcome to the city of Miami, the Magic City.
Lily, get down from there. You're gonna get hurt.
Hey Alexa, play Thunder by Imagine Dragons.
Hey, nice moves, kid, but let's see how the old man swings with his daddy hammer here.
Oh God, please let this work.
What did I miss?
Late to the Party, available every other Monday, wherever you get your podcasts, or on WBNE.org.
Well, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Catch Late to the Party, your favorite Dungeons and Dragons WBNE network podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts, now on Spotify.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Should we answer some listener questions?
I think we should.
What are our listeners questioning? Oh, goody, I see the first one.
Yes, our first listener question is from @MichaelWalker7.
What's up? Congrats. I mean, you just had a kid.
Yeah, congrats. Let's go. Anyways, his question is,
You had a kid. Congrats. Anyways.
Will @Chan can I speak?
Chan.
Will @Chan's Jones 55 break the NFL single season sack record? Will the Arizona Cardinals pay the man?
Will they pay him? Probably not fairly. It's Chandler Jones, by the way, in case you were wondering what that was short for. Will they pay him? Technically, yeah. I mean, like, he'll get paid what his contract is. Should he get paid more than that? I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I don't think he's on my fantasy league. Micah, I doubt you're listening right now, quite honestly. But if you are, I want you to know I am not managing my fantasy team. I have a friend that is doing everything for me for every week. But I beat my brother last week, so clearly it's working out for me. Jesse, if you're listening to this, you didn't hear that. And I don't think anybody else in the league knows that I have a podcast. So I think we're good there. But, definitely not managing my own league this year, because I have no idea what's happening.
Fun
what do you
times.
think?
I will tell you one thing. I know all of these words separately. Anyways.
I was gonna ask if you'd gone to a college football game yet, and then I was like, no, she hasn't.
There was one today that I could have gone to.
It's a Saturday.
That was on our campus, and they, you know,
so it was a home game.
Yeah, you know how I mentioned the frat boys yesterday that were yelling outside the window?
Uh-huh.
This morning, the marching band was in the same area that the frat boys were yelling, but kind of at a decent hour, and they were playing, and they said, "Go the game!" And I said, "I have laundry to do."
Wow.
I washed my sheets. Are you proud of me?
I'm so proud of you.
Wow.
I'm
an adult.
I actually haven't washed my sheets, but I washed the blankets I slept on, because I didn't sleep on the sheets. Like, I left the comforter fully on top of the bed.
Yeah.
And then I slept with a blanket over me on top of the comforter, so I wouldn't have to wash my sheets. Because For whatever reason, it seemed easier to wash my comforter than to wash my sheets, even though my comforter takes 2 dry cycles to dry. But anyway, I washed the things that I laid on while sick.
That's good.
But yeah, I have 2 sets of sheets that I rotate. So, like, I'll pull one off and put the next one on, and then I don't have to wash my sheets for a week. It's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah. By the time I actually get around to putting my laundry away, like, then I can just pull out the sheets, and it's like, wow, past Rachel did you good. Does she always? No. Sometimes the laundry sits there for a week. I currently have a pile next to me that is the miscellaneous laundry, so that's the towels, the sheets, the bedding, and the jacket that I need to take back to work, so I have it there when I get cold. That it's just sitting there, and that will probably sit there for a while.
Yeah.
Especially if I get distracted after we record. Oh my gosh, it's only Saturday. I just remembered. Our next question is from @Melmic222.
Hi, Mom.
And she says, what's your favorite way to stay active? Is it easy or hard for you to want to exercise? Rock climbing, baby! It is easy for me to want to exercise. It is harder for me to exercise, mostly because, like, I don't have, like, a gym membership other than the climb gym, and climbing is usually considered, like, a partner or group activity, so if my climb partner is busy, I do not go, because I am uncomfortable going to places by myself, because the gym that's easier to go to by yourself, because we have 2 different gyms, is the bouldering gym. And I know I've talked about my disdain of bouldering before, but there's reasoning to it, alright? Because bouldering attracts much more of a bro crowd. Like a bro, gym bro, like just not my vibe. And so I'm usually pretty uncomfortable bouldering, like not only because I hurt my shoulder, which is like, I am petrified to fall now. Like if you watch me when I climb, I just hold back so much more than I did like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Probably about 9 months ago now because of my fall. And I know, even when I'm belaying and I have someone to catch me and I trust her and I know she will catch me, I'm still like, no, we're just gonna go do the easy one. We're not gonna push ourselves too hard.
Yeah.
I will only push myself now on the auto belays, which is a machine lowering you down. Or really a pulley system.
Yeah.
Which is just so weird. But rock climbing, it's easy for me to want to, it's less easy for me to go.
That is fair.
What about you?
I
I know the answer, but
My favorite way to stay active is walking to my classes.
I guess that counts.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I will go to the gym on campus at some point because I talked to my roommates about it and I was like, hey, we should do this together because we're all scared to go separately. So I will go at some point, but as
I'm also
of right
very
now,
scared of new experiences by myself.
yeah, I agree.
So, when you're starting out rock climbing, if you have a gym that has auto belays or they have a system for new climbers where they have like an employee or someone belay you, you can go by yourself. I still made sure, even though I knew my gym had like the auto belays so I could go by myself, I made a friend go with me. Not actually my climb partner, the girl I went with and I fell out of touch shortly after we went, but I'm the same way with the gym. Like, I need someone to explicitly, like, okay, this is what you're gonna do for this, and then this day you're gonna do this. And I have a friend that's willing to do that for me, but now it's like, do I want to go?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I don't.
That sounds... Well, and it's just, like, intimidating because they are, like... She's a person that goes to the gym all the time, so she is very comfortable and... Comfortable? I don't know why I enunciated that so much, but she's very comfortable in the gym and, like, is very confident, and that's just not who I am in the gym. I'm very intimidated and uncomfortable, and I feel like everyone's watching me, even if they're not, and I know they're not. I'm like...
Yeah.
I don't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Katrina.
Yes, Rachel?
Can it be time for our favorite segment on this podcast? Let's take a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yes, it can.
And can we ignore the fact that I said your name wrong on the last Katrina there? Because I definitely said I don't know what, but it was wrong.
I don't know
Our
what you're
BuzzFeed
talking about.
Our BuzzFeed quiz this week is everyone is a combo. No, everyone is a combo of a Marvel hero and a Disney princess. Which one are you? I wanted to say combination, but they said combo. What's our first question?
Our first question is, what role do you play in your friend group? The leader, the one trying hard to fit in, the outsider, the brains, the comedian, or the mom?
I'm staring at my screen, but you can't tell because my camera's broken. The
Yeah.
mom. We all know I'm the mom.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a given in any group. I am the mom.
I'm trying to decide between the comedian and the one trying hard to fit in, because those are kind of the same thing.
Wow, way to call him out, the comedian there.
Anyways.
You got some tea to spill later? I am all ears.
I'll go with the one trying hard to fit in.
Alright. Who is your favorite Disney villain? Maleficent, Jafar, Scar, Ursula, Mother Gothel, or Cruella? Maleficent. Love her.
I am going to go with Ursula.
Under the sea. Even though her song is Poor Unfortunate Soul.
And not Under the Sea. Sebastian was the real villain all along.
I mean, I a little bit agree with that, I'm not gonna lie, but we can debate that later. What is our next question?
Our next question is, who's your favorite Marvel villain? Loki, Red Skull, Agatha Harkness, Mysterio, Ultron, or Thanos?
I'm fighting between Loki and Agatha right now.
That's what I was saying.
Because Loki is Loki. Like, come on. Iconic. But after watching WandaVision is the one Marvel show that I want to go back and watch again and again and again. So I guess I have to say Agatha. And also I might be watching that tonight, quite honestly.
Then I will go with Loki.
Loki's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Alright. What's your best attribute? My creativity, my mental strength, my courage, my wit, my smarts, or my athleticism? Okay, despite the self-deprecating jokes I make, I'm gonna say my mental strength. Because, like, I handle things. I do well with handling things. My way of handling them is making self-deprecating jokes. But, I can handle a lot more than I make it seem like I can.
Yeah, for sure. I'm probably gonna say my smarts. Next is choose a quote. Live a life that would make you jealous. You don't come this far to only come this far. I can do whatever I want today. Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. Remember why you started, or sometimes you have to be your own hero.
I like a lot of these. I like all of them except pretty much the middle two. Just because, like, I can do whatever I want today. I'm kind of meh on that. And life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass is very overdone.
Yeah.
But, like, I want to live a life that would make me jealous. I want to be that happy and that successful.
Mm-hmm.
Like, both mentally and in, I don't know, in other aspects.
Yeah.
I very much like you didn't come this far to only come this far.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, I mean, they're just classics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know which one you're picking?
I'm trying to decide between two.
Oh, okay.
I'll do remember why you started.
That doesn't really narrow it down for me. I'm kind of bouncing between you didn't come this far to only come this far and live a life that would make you jealous. Because I don't know. With that one, like, I don't know that I would necessarily want to be jealous of myself.
Yeah.
But also, like, I think I'm going to say you didn't come this far to only come this far.
That's fair. That's the other one I was deciding between.
It's a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, choose a superpower. The ability to breathe underwater, flight, the ability to shapeshift, super strength, telekinesis, or invisibility. I'm gonna say super strength, because that, to me, that doesn't necessarily just mean physical strength.
Yeah. I'm gonna do shape-shifting.
Fancy. I don't know why I put on an accent there, and I'm really sorry for that.
Our next question is, what's the most important thing in a relationship? Reliability, humor, respect, honesty, equality, or compassion?
I'm going to say respect, because that kind of encompasses all of them.
Yeah. I'm gonna say honesty, because it's important that people can be honest with each other. Because if you keep lying to each other, nothing's gonna come out of that.
Yeah, for sure. Let me yawn real quick.
Okay.
Okay, choose a dress. This is a blue sequin top with a tulle flowy bottom. Next is a yellow sundress. I can't tell if the flowers are on the dress or in the grass, quite honestly. I think they're also on the dress. Next, this is actually a pantsuit, but it's a blue denim pantsuit. Looks really cute. Next, we have a long sleeve short dress that has birds or something on it. It's like a tie waist or tie front. Then we have a green slip dress. It looks very, what princess am I thinking of? What princess wears a green dress? Tiana, thank you. It is the color Tiana wears. And then we have a lavender box neckline bodycon dress. That's the word I was looking for. I'm gonna go with the jumpsuit.
I'm gonna go with the sundress. I've been wearing a lot of yellow lately. Actually.
I thought you were gonna say I've been wearing a lot of dresses lately.
No.
I'm going to be significantly more shocked by that.
I only have like 2 in my
That's why I was going to be
closet right
shocked.
Our next question demand, I guess, is choose a suit. We have a 3-piece blue kind of plaid but kind of not suit. We have a green suit. We have a like gray suit with a red tie. We have a blue blazer with a red tie. We have a beige suit with a brown tie, and we have a standard black and white tie, or black blazer, white top, black tie.
I'm gonna go with the gray and red tie. I think that's a good look. Out in a field.
I am gonna go with the black and white.
Good.
Yep.
Alright, finally, what's more important to you? Family, living my best life, friends, feeling loved, my pets, or working hard? I'm gonna say living my best life, because that encompasses all of that.
I'm gonna be saying feeling loved, because, yeah.
What'd you get?
I got Iron Man and Belle.
That's who I got. We did not answer anything the same.
Yeah.
Cheater, pumpkin eaters.
SMH.
Alright, you're a super smart... Nope, you're super smart, a natural... Clearly I'm super smart when I mess up the first 3 words. You're super smart, a natural leader, and very compassionate.
However, you need to remember to take care of yourself, as you're always putting others first.
I feel like Iron Man describes me, and Belle describes
Yeah,
you.
I was gonna say the same thing.
If you want to take more BuzzFeed quizzes with us, you can head over to patreon.com/perspective_Z. Hit that $3 tier. That'll give you access to our three channels in the...
WB&E.
2 channels? 3? Yeah, we have 3.
3.
Sorry, I just had to remember which channels we had in the WB&E Discord server. But if you join the $15 tier, you will get access to all of the WB&E network shows channels, which is so many conversations to have and so many topics to explore. But in our channel specifically, we do have a BuzzFeed results where we post quizzes and we take quizzes and we post our results and compare them. So if you want to take more BuzzFeed quizzes with us, head over to patreon.com/perspective_Z. I just posted one in there right now. You should go take it. Go join and take it.
Yeah, for sure. We would love to see your results.
That we would. I would love to see my result. which is why I am presently taking it,
Me
if I'm
too.
being honest. Just for the record, I do not believe donuts are a dessert.
Yeah, they're not.
Not related to anything, of course, but that is what I picked. Not related to anything. If you want to know any more about this quiz, patreon.com/perspective_Z. Alrighty. Is there anything else we need to talk about this week?
I don't think so.
Well, in that case, this has been another episode of Perspective Z. That's been Katrina.
That's been Rachel.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Toodles.